And finally, we have our attackers, the electron transport chain and chemiosmosis. Finally, we have the majority goal scorers of our soccer match. The number 10, 9, and 11 of our pitch are our attackers, serving as the electron transport chain and chemiosmosis. Our number 10, Lionel Messi, serves as ATP synthase, receiving electrons and producing the majority of the ATP in the body, just as he is the highest goal scorer of the world. The number 9 and number 11 also score goals. However, their main jobs, just like the four complexes in the electron transport chain, are to feed ATP synthase, Messi, with electrons, so that he can put the ball into the net, which he does with amazing finesse. This sums up our tiki-taka tactic, employed by the best team in the world, FC Barcelona. Just like the way Barca plays, the body takes glucose from food and through teamwork, with help from the defense, midfield, and the attackers, produces ATP, energy. The ball is given from the food into the cytosol, our defensive third, and makes its way into the midfield, the mitochondria, with the attacker finally putting it into the other team's net. This is the most used metabolic pathway in the body. Now, what happens when the other team doesn't let you pass the ball outside of your defense? If you watch the video closely, you can see Barcelona is employing the high press tactic, where the defensive and midfield lines are so high that the other team can barely get the ball outside of their defensive third. Now, we need another tactic to counter this high press, exactly like when the body doesn't get glucose. We need some other form of sustenance. Tactic number 2. The breakdown of glycogen. This tactic is used when the goalkeeper cannot get the ball from the ball boy into his defense, and consequently into the midfield and attack. To counter a high press, the other team needs to play the ball through instead of balls to their players' feet, as those will always get intercepted. The body's second tactic is to break down glycogen molecules stored in the muscles into their respective glucose molecules, which can enter the metabolic process. This way, the team plays the same football, but instead of getting it from their goalkeeper in the form of food, they must play through balls from their defense into the midfield, and then into the attacking line. When there is an excess of glucose, the body stores it as glycogen in the muscles, to be used later on, exactly in the form of a second tactic of goal scoring or ATP production. This way, the body can still score goals or produce ATP, even if the other team is employing a high press, or if there is no ball played in from the goalkeeper. The role of oxygen as the final electron carrier in. You can see in this clip, on the far left of the field, a player is running near the line of the pitch. Before the goal is scored, the midfielder hands the ball off to the wingback, who is overlapping him, Jordi Alba. Alba then plays the final ball into Messi's feet, who hits a beautiful first-time shot into the goal. The wingback, Alba, represents oxygen, the final electron carrier. Oxygen must always be present in oxidative phosphorylation to receive electrons from the different protein complexes, so that the energy molecules and H+ protons can be pumped into the ATP synthase. The same way, the wingback must always overlap and be the final person who touches the ball before it is given to the attacker. Now, what happens when your team is a bunch of fools and doesn't actually know how rotation occurs when the rate at which O2 is being used exceeds the rate at which it is being supplied? Instead of oxidative phosphorylation occurring, glycolysis starts producing ATP rapidly, and pyruvate is turned into lactate, which regenerates NAD+, which is again used to maintain a high rate of glycolysis. However, if this continues for a while, lactic acid starts to accumulate in cells. In soccer, especially in Barcelona, this happens quite a bit. Messi takes the ball in the defensive third and ends up running through the entire team and scoring, producing all the ATP by himself. This is the third and final tactic, the last resort. Just take the ball from your teammates and score the goal. No need for the midfield or the other attackers. This is most likely the metabolic process that occurred. Since his teammates were not able to help him, and the oxygen as a final electron carrier in wingback did not exist, Messi had to do all the work himself, acting as glycolysis, taking the ball in the defensive third to produce the ATP and score the goal.